And all of the early rock artists were basically playing off of that. I don't want to make it sound like a derogatory
That's
thing,
what I was
they,
trying
They were
to
playing off of that culture.
Hey, they say that I'm talking a whole lot of trash. I'm sitting there thinking like, who knew? I know that you seen us on rappers react. They talking about us on YouTube. Hollywood 6, it look like I do magic. Maybe he's practicing voodoo. I'm hearing you're getting a lot of attention. Well, I'm here to say that we do to deliver the rubbish.
What's going on, everybody? We're back with another segment of Rappers React. Smoke Dog.
What up?
I have trivia.
Oh, what you got?
Let's see. How many of the 7 dwarfs have beards? Is it 4, 5, 6, or 7?
I don't think they all had it. I don't think Dopey had a beard.
Shout out Dopey. He was always my favorite.
Dopey was the best
Dopey
one.
was, he was G.
I guess I'll say 4.
It was actually
6?
Yep.
So Dopey was the only one without a beard?
Huh, I guess so.
He didn't have a beard, right?
No.
I mean, obviously one of them didn't.
Yeah, and I think it's Dopey, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this? Which U.S. state gets its name from a made-up word? I'll give you a little hint. I gave you trivia on a different question, and it was the same state.
Oh, what was it? Colorado? That was red. From a made-up word.
I'm going to give you the same hint that I gave you when I gave you last time.
Okay, what was it?
Potato.
Oh, it was Idaho?
Yeah, Idaho.
Huh.
So Idaho mining lobbyist George M. Willing told Congress Idaho was a Native American phrase for gem of the mountains.
But it wasn't.
He made it up.
Ah.
He made it up.
Most states, especially out west, were Native American words.
All right. Let's see. How about this? Let me give you one more. What non-flower is the state flower of Maine?
Non-flower?
No, it falls off of trees. I'll tell you that.
Magnolia.
Falls off of trees.
Falls off of trees. Pecans.
Oh, dang. It sounds close to that word.
I don't know. Clue.
Pine cone.
Oh, pine cone?
Yeah.
That's their flower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only in Maine. We love the lobster, though.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. So you grew up in Settlers Grove, and some people would say if you grew up in Settlers Grove, then you grew up
poor.
I'm trying to get you to say all 3 words. It's 3 words. Okay. Out and
In. Oh, In the Ghetto?
you got it, my friend. Guys, before we get started, please do us a big favor. Y'all please hit that thumbs up button. Guys, please subscribe to the channel.
And for God's sake, leave us a comment and tell us what to react to next. That's how we get the ideas for these videos that comes directly from you. Right down in the comment section. And today... Okay, Elvis.
Elvis Precisely.
Elvis Precisely.
Elvis, Elvis Precisely. I mean, come on, dude. I mean, he's a great guy.
Precisely.
Oh,
I was agreeing with you.
yeah,
Precisely.
I was gonna try to keep it rolling through the whole video. Elvis Precisely. No, but all right. Can I keep it real here?
What's up?
I don't know much of Elvis's story. I don't know much of. I know some things about Elvis, and some people would say that he stole some things from a certain culture, just going off of from what I heard.
But all of rock did.
Yeah, but can I be honest here? I don't. Okay. Again, I'm just speaking. I'm repeating what I heard, and they said he copied a lot of other people's.
Yeah. I mean, it's happened how many times though?
Yeah, but I feel like this might be one that he copied because did he really grow up in the ghetto?
No, he came from Tupelo. But the thing is that he was a advocate for the downtrodden and the black community. Mm-hmm. And a lot of people in Memphis were, though. Even like the white people in Memphis.
Wait, you said Tupelo? That's Mississippi.
Yeah, that's where he was born.
That's
but
he
lived in Memphis because of Sun Records.
I got you. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And all of, Memphis is a black city.
Yeah,
much like Atlanta. Yeah. And all of the early rock artists were basically playing off of that. I don't want to make it sound like a derogatory
That's
thing,
what I was
they,
trying
They were
to...
playing off of that culture.
Well,
that had started. You know, you had blues, and then rock grew out of the blues. You know, they gave it an up tempo, and guys like Chuck Berry and Fats Domino and all these guys came up with a new sound basically that played off the blues, and they gave it an up tempo. And some people would even call it rhythm and blues in those days. But rock became the official term for it. And when Sun Records came out, they started putting out all these artists that were doing that genre. These were white artists that they were producing that was doing that genre. And since Elvis became the king of rock, he was their biggest seller, people tended to point out like, oh, he's taking from black culture. But if you say that, then you're going to say, well, what about Eminem?
Yeah,
what about
see, that
what about
why can't you just make music?
Exactly.
Just make music. Yeah. Like, God, I want to go somewhere here. I just don't know if you're going to follow me. Like the culture appropriation thing.
Yeah.
Like, you can equate this with Elvis because of exactly what you said. You know, he's taken that culture's thing. But like, for instance, dreads.
Which was also borrowed from another culture.
Yes, that's what I mean.
Yeah, cultural appropriation is a weird topic that some people get upset about, but it's usually the people getting upset about it are not actually in the culture that are supposedly upset about it.
Let's not continue on this. But no, it's either way. Elvis was one of the biggest at the times. I mean, you know what? One thing I can say about Elvis, Michael Jackson had a faint area. Literally, you faint, they just pull you back.
Yeah.
Elvis had one too.
Yeah, a lot of those early rock artists did that, man. The people just were so enamored by it, and then they had these kids like going crazy, as the preachers of the time would say.
I mean, he's up there gyrating his hips, bro. If I'm not mistaken, I want to say Elvis might be the first person, like back in the day, the girls would throw their bra and panties on stage. I think he was the first person to receive that.
It might have been.
I think actually. I read that somewhere actually.
I wouldn't doubt that actually. And given the flowers, I mean, it may have happened before that, but that's the earliest example I could think of.
Ladies, why do y'all throw y'all bra and panties on stage?
They get excited. They're like,
I do not want your.
That's my.
I don't want.
That's my love right there. Like, I'm in love. Like, he's got to.
Imagine.
He's got to get a piece of me on it.
Imagine, and it hits me. He's like, "The hell is?"
I'm glad the dudes don't do that to the female artists. Like, that's probably not a direction you want to go. I mean, I'm sure it's happened.
Wait, dudes throwing their boxers
on
stage?
I'm sure it's happened, but
here's my gym sock. Dang it!
Yeah, I mean, but it's just a way of showing adulation. It just probably doesn't work in the opposite direction.
And you don't see it much these days. But Smoke out.
But
let's get it.
Let's do it.
Damn, did we miss the show already?
Oh, this was
as a snowflake.
Oh, this one he had the chops.
On a cold and gray Chicago morning, a poor little baby child is born in the ghetto.
Never heard.
And his mama cries. But if there's one thing that she don't need, it's another hungry mouth to feed in the ghetto. Now, people, don't you understand? The child needs a helping hand. You're gonna be an angry young man someday. Now take a look at you and me. Are we too blind to see? Or do we simply turn our heads and look the other way?
See, this isn't rock.
Well, the world turns.
This is when he had transcended.
And a longer little boy with the runny nose plays in the street as a cold wind blows in the ghetto. And his hunger burns. So he starts to roam the streets at night, and he learns how to steal and he learns how to fight in the ghetto.
Are those real? The button chops, are they real?
Then one night in desperation, the young man breaks away. He buys a gun, he steals a car, he tries to run, but he don't get far, and his mama cries. As a crowd gathers round an angry young man face down in the street with a gun in his hand in the ghetto. And as the young man dies, on a cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born in the ghetto.
That's where I was born.
And his mama cries.
He's just moving. That's his one dance, moving that one leg.
Yeah.
He's moving that one leg. Shout out to Elvis.
For real. When he stopped and looked over, I thought he was going to be like, you off-key mother.
Did you just sing a G sharp? This was supposed to be an E flat the entire song.
I thought he was about to get somebody.
Man, we've seen that before on stage.
Oh
where,
yeah,
like,
it happens.
dude.
Yeah.
There's a
Michael Jackson did it.
Yeah. Oh, when
He
he
fired
sang
the
it.
DJ.
You gonna get fired? Just wait till I'm done.
It's your last night.
Yeah, and not only that, but it happened to Nicki Minaj and Biggie. There's a video of Biggie where Biggie threw a water bottle at his DJ because he kept
Yeah.
messing up. But nah, can I be honest here, bro? I'm gonna be honest. Trash talkers. This is just my opinion. I've never been a fan of his voice.
Really?
I've never.
God dang, that's one of the greatest singers ever.
I mean, I like his swag. I like the song. The song was dope. It's just something about his voice
Really?
that doesn't catch me for some reason.
Dude, that's why he was so big. Because
of
he
his
had
voice?
such a great voice.
I thought it was for his gyrating.
No, and that was just part of his stage show.
Give me.
I mean, I'm not the biggest Elvis fan either, but sometimes you hear him belt it out, and you're like, "Holy hell, he's got a voice."
Okay, maybe I'm tripping. Give me another Elvis song that you think I know.
Oh,
Is
I
that-
did My Way. I did it my way.
See, even you saying it, I can't get down with it. Is he goodness gracious? Great balls of fire.
No, that's Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh.
Nah.
I mean, listen, when it comes to talent, when it comes to, stage presence, when it comes to performance, when it comes to having the swag, the look, the it quality,
Yeah, he had the it factor.
He had
for
the
sure.
it factor.
Yeah.
I mean, and this is just my personal opinion. Don't come for me, but it's just, I do enjoy this because this song was dope. The story was dope.
Yeah.
Talking about a woman raising her kid. And it's like, I don't want another hungry mouth to feed that's eventually probably.
And you see, even in those days, that was happening in Chicago. Like, Chicago has been like an epicenter for.
Wait, was he talking about Chicago?
He literally said it like 3 times in the song. You wasn't even listening to the song, were you?
I just mentioned his mom and the hungry mouth. Yeah, but sometimes
On
I
a
get.
cold and gray Chicago morning, another little baby child is born.
Damn, that was
in the
actually in the
ghetto.
same bar. Damn, I was in the same bar and I missed it.
Yeah.
Nah, you're right though. I mean, it's Chicago, and shout out Chicagians.
Chicago, I don't know. Chicagoans.
Chicagoans.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our Chicagoans.
Chiracians.
Chiracians. That's it.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shout out to the Chiracians.
Yeah.
But nah, I mean, there has been poverty-stricken, crime-riddled areas there, and Elvis highlighted it here.
Mhm.
He highlighted it.
Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, he always tried to be an advocate for the black community and just the poor community in general because he grew up poor. And I know a lot of people are going to point out like the certain things. They go back and find things in every superstar's life that they did. And
Dude, when we get to 1 million subscribers, I'm sure somebody's gonna try to go back and find some dirt on us.
yeah, yeah.
But times
it's
were
in our songs. Like you can find it
right now.
It's not hard to look.
I mean,
but like everybody grows up and everybody learns from their mistakes.
exactly. And and at those times, it was a different time.
Exactly.
It was a different time. Like things are different.
Yeah, I mean, as hard as it is to believe, there were things that were normal back in those days.
Yeah, I could literally rewind this video 20 years ago. I could say 3 words right now that would be totally acceptable, but I cannot say them now.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, in no way are we advocating for maybe some of the things that he did or some of those Any of the artists did. Like, all those early rock stars, like, it doesn't matter what color they were. They all got skeletons in the closet.
That's every person.
Everybody does, yeah. Everybody grows up and learns from their mistakes.
Bro,
absolutely.
My mom told me one of the dopest things. She says everyone has secrets, and everyone has at least one thing that they're going to take to their grave. Mm-hmm. Would you agree to that?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have something that you will never tell anyone that you're going to take to your grave? Because I definitely
do. I'm sure, yeah. Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
She says everyone says, man, shout out Mama Six.
Yeah,
everyone has.
Everybody does it. I mean, everybody's young at some point.
Yeah.
Everybody does stupid things when they're young.
And that's a part of life, you know? And even in Elvis, maybe that you were bringing it up with him trying to highlight, you know, poverty-stricken areas and, you know, like people who were going through bad situations. He's like, you know, damn, wait, did anyone pull up anything bad about Elvis? Didn't he marry like a...
Yeah, I think that's what I was kind of pointing to. Like, no way can you advocate for something like that. But you do have to understand that it was a different time. And it happened a lot in those days.
Yeah.
And
what was the age difference?
I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I really don't want to look into it, to tell you the truth.
I mean, because, yes, I know it did happen back in the day, but at some...
I mean, there's... I don't even want to say, like, laws were different back then. Like, you know, if someone wasn't breaking the laws, it's still bad. Morality, I don't want to get into all that because people are going to judge you for not being on the right side of history.
Yeah, just leave it alone. I will say, I saw a YouTube short where it was like back in the 80s, and people were driving. They interviewed people in like Alabama, and I was like, man, now they're taking it away now to where. And shout out to Alabama. I'm speaking from my southern side, but they're like, man, nowadays I can't work 10, 12 hours, hop in my car and drink 3 beers on the way home.
I saw a video of that. What was it? Oh, I was watching this old clip of this movie called Cannonball Run from like the early 80s. Yeah. And they were flying this plane into the Covington Square and landed right there on the square. They stopped because they ran out of beer. They were flying the plane drinking. But they were acting like it was normal back then because people did that. There's videos from the 90s of Stone Cold Steve Austin doing a documentary for WWE while drinking and driving. Yeah. Like, that's absolutely unacceptable. But it was normal to
back
them.
Then. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I can never forget that girl's video, or her voice in that short. She's like, I mean, soon this will be a communist country because you can't even drink a few beers and drive down. And bro, I could go deep.
Yeah.
I mean, but that goes to show you that Elvis, not only just Elvis, we all have skeletons in our closet. We all have things that we're going to take to the grave. But when you get put in the limelight, Elvis was one of the biggest artists ever. Yeah. I mean, people are going to try to... There's always someone...
There's always something to be said for people who make a comeback, who realize they did something wrong and they try to make up for it. Like Mike Vick.
Yeah, learn from it and become a better person. Yeah. And... Dude, God, I know we're talking for a minute here, but what I'm saying is, like, to me, the best way to handle something that, like, it could even be something that happened, 15, 20 years ago that we put in one of our songs. Oh, well, he said this when we reach a million, we reach 2 million subscribers. Yeah. Oh, but they said this back in the day. Yeah. But to me, the best way to handle that is, yes, I said it. Yeah. I did. I 100% said it. I apologize. That was a different time and age.
Exactly.
You man up. You take what you get.
Yeah, that's what I say. Yeah. There's questionable lyrics from those days. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Because we were young and dumb, and you learn from that, and you learn how to be a better person, and you move on with your life.
Facts.
You can't just sit there and dwell on it and apologize for the rest of your life, like, oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you can't do, because that's only going to, not only is that going to deteriorate you, but it's also going to make the people who are trying to deteriorate you win.
And in the end, it will keep you from moving on and being better with your life. Because you're just dwelling on the negativity that you did in your past.
Do you see where Elvis is taking us today?
Yeah. Because I know there's still gonna be somebody who's like, oh, they think it was okay that he did that. Like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay. But at some point, you learn from your mistakes and move on.
Yes, and everyone here, if you look me in my face right now, if you can honestly look me in my eye and say that you have never made a mistake, then you are a liar. You are a liar. Everyone's made mistakes. Everyone. And you're going to continue to make mistakes. But like Smokey said, you learn from them and become a better person.
Absolutely.
100%. Guys, thank y'all so much for telling us to check out In the Ghetto by Elvis Presley. Yeah. Dope song. let us know what's next by Elvis down in the comment section.
Yeah.
And with that being said, my name is Barringer Hollywood 6. Bye.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez. Cowboy.
And we are
over
and
out.
Deuces. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another segment of Rappers React. If you guys want to see another artist that we covered, just click right here. If you want to see the last video did, just click right over here. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with us today. Please hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you on the next one. Deuces.